Assalamu alaikum students. This is your ma'am Sadia Qureshi, an assistant professor in English from Dubai Mel College Road, Bahawalpur. Today we are going to talk about how to write a good paragraph, essay, story or an article. Before we discuss the details of writing a paragraph, we would like to see that what are the basic components of writing a paragraph. The first component is topic sentence. Next comes the supporting ideas. After that, we add details to the paragraph and we end it with the concluding sentences. Here is some exemplary paragraphs. Two of these paragraphs will show you that how the sentences are connected to each other in the paragraph and they give us the right kind of detail. The first paragraph gives us the detail of about my father. The second is also about my father, but there is a difference between the paragraphs. My father is a busy person. He works 16 hours a day. He goes to office early in the morning and comes back late in the night. Sometimes he even works on Sundays. He seldom finds times to sit with us and have a chit chat. Next paragraph is my father is a busy person. Today my phone fell on the floor. My elder brother is suffering through bad flu nowadays. Our cat gave birth to 4 kittens the other day. It is very cold outside. So you look at both of these paragraphs and you find that both of the paragraphs are starting with the same sentence. But after that, the supporting ideas or the details that are given or the end of the paragraph with the concluding sentences are different. So we see what are the difference between these two paragraphs. When we know how to write a good paragraph, we must take these points in our view. A good paragraph focuses on a single idea or detail or topic. Now, if we look back, the first paragraph talks about my father, about his daily routine of work, about which time he goes to work and which time he comes back, and what are the additional details. These are the additional details that sometimes he even works on Sundays, and the concluding sentence tells us that he is a very busy person and he does not find time for his family. The next paragraph also starts with a topic sentence. It is also about father. But then we see that the next ideas do not support this paragraph. Today my phone fell on the floor, my elder brother is suffering through bad flu, or the cat gave birth to 4 kittens the other day, or it is very cold outside. So all the supporting ideas, all the additional details, or the concluding sentence does not support the basic idea that is about his father. Next thing that we should know about writing a good paragraph is it does not switch to different topics sentence by sentence. As in previous paragraph, you see that the first paragraph only talks about the father, his routine, his time of work, his additional work, and his no time to have chit chat with us. But the next paragraph does not talk about the same thing. It varies from sentence to different topics. The topic sentence always comes in the start of the paragraph. Whenever we need to write down anything, either it's a paragraph, either it's an essay, either it's a story, either it's something that is called an article or anything, we should know that the first 2 or 3 lines should have the topic sentence, because the topic should be written in the beginning of the paragraph so that you may know that the beginning of the paragraph is letting us know about the whole topic of the paragraph. Now, how we evaluate that this paragraph is a good paragraph or this paragraph is not so good paragraph? There are some rules that we discuss. Topic sentence, supporting sentence, adding details or concluding sentences. I have written another paragraph for you people. Trees are very useful to us. They clean air around us. On a hot day, they give us shade. We can use their wood to build houses and can use it as a source of fuel in remote areas. Trees also help us to keep the environment fresh. They provide us oxygen, which is an essential element to sustain life on Earth. Now, if we evaluate this paragraph, we come to know that this paragraph is all about trees and their benefits to us. The topic sentence is trees are very useful to us. So this is the topic sentence that is written. It is the very first sentence of the paragraph and it is telling us that how the trees are useful to us. Now the supporting sentences are these, that they clean air around us. On a hot day, they give us shade. We can use their wood to build houses, and you can use it as a source of fuel in remote areas. Details which are here are these, that trees also help us to keep the environment fresh. The last sentence, which is a concluding sentence, is giving us the basic idea that trees provide us oxygen, which is essential element to sustain life on earth. So this is how we have to evaluate that these paragraphs are very good paragraphs. They give us the whole good idea about the topics of the paragraph, or they are full of supporting details, or they are full of adding further details, or they are concluded very nicely with a very important thing. Now you see that the paragraph started with trees are very useful to us. They have made us count the uses of the trees, and then they have told us that these can be additional details which can be provided, like trees also keep us environment clean. And the last sentence, which should be the very important sentence, and this is very important, that they provide us oxygen, which is essential element to sustain life on earth. Now I have written another paragraph so that you may know that how to evaluate which is the topic sentence, or which is the supporting idea, or what are the details that should be added, and which is the concluding sentences. A pet dog is a useful animal. It guards the house by barking at each and every stranger who tries to enter in the house without our permission. It protects us from burglars. In addition, it plays with kids and entertains us by jumping and catching the things we throw to it. It keeps us safe and makes our life easy. Now, the topic sentence, as we know, should be in the very beginning of the paragraph. So, a pet dog is a useful animal is a topic sentence. We move to the next slide and see what are the supporting ideas. Now we read it again. A pet dog is a useful animal. It guards the house by barking at each and every stranger who tries to enter in the house without our permission. It protects us from burglars. So these are the supporting details which are written here in with red color. In addition, it plays with, now this word in addition also tell us that this can be an additional detail. We move to the next slide and see that again it is written that in addition it plays with kids and entertains us by jumping and catching the things we throw to it. यानी ये जो सारी आपको डिटेल दी गई है, दिस इज ऑल द एडिशनल डिटेल. द पैराग्राफ could have been completed without this detail, but this additional details tells us that what is our relationship with the dog, and how does the dog respond to us or react to our actions. Concluding sentences are very important sentences. They need to conclude with something that is very important. Now you should know that something that is very important should have been written in the end. Again, I read the paragraph. A pet dog is a useful animal. It guards the house by barking at each and every stranger who tries to enter the house without our permission. It protects us from burglars. In addition, it plays with kids and entertains us by jumping at and catching the things we throw to it. It keeps us safe and makes our life easy. So the basic idea of keeping a dog is to keep us safe and make our life easy. Means if we'll be safe, we'll be feeling that life is easy. So we in the next slide we discussed that how to write an essay, story, or an article. There are some points. Previously we have discussed everything about the paragraph, but now we are extending our topic with writing an essay, story, or an article. The topic sentence statement must relate with the and prove your theme statement. जो भी आपका टॉपिक सेंटेंस है या स्टेटमेंट है वो आपके थीम स्टेटमेंट को प्रूव करती हो, यानी जिसके बारे में आपने ऐसे लिखना है या स्टोरी लिखनी है या आर्टिकल लिखना है उसको प्रूव ज़रूर करती हो. नेक्स्ट इज थिंक अबाउट रीजंस, रेलिवेंट एग्जांपल्स, show statistical data, relevant quotations must be added, and try to show a real or universal picture to prove your statement. Whenever you're going to write down an essay, you have to write down that why are you going to why are you writing down this essay? Give us the reasons, relevant examples according to the reasons. We need to show some statistical data so that the reader must know that we have done some research before writing this topic. Relevant quotations make it beautiful, like वो चीज़ ऑथेंटिकेट हो जाती है या ऑथेंटिसाइज हो जाती है जिसमें आप किसी भी बड़े बंदे की या किसी भी बहुत मशहूर बंदे की कोई कोटेशन ऐड कर देते हैं। उसके बाद आपने ये बताना होता है कि कोई ना कोई ऐसी यूनिवर्सल पिक्चर है या रियल पिक्चर है, यानी कोई ना कोई ऐसी रियल एग्जांपल आपके सामने है, कोई ना कोई ऐसी किसी का लाइफ का इंसिडेंट है, किसी कंट्री का कोई ट्रेड का कोई वाक़या है या किसी बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट की कोई स्टोरी है जो कि हुई थी, तो आपने उसको प्रूव करना होता है उस रियल स्टेटमेंट के साथ। लेंथ ऑफ द पैराग्राफ मैटर्स, यानी डोंट मेक द पैराग्राफ्स टू लेंथी, डोंट मेक द पैराग्राफ्स टू शॉर्ट। Always try that when you're writing an essay, a story or an article, the length of the paragraphs should match with each other. ऐसा ना हो कि एक पैराग्राफ बहुत ही लंबा हो जाए और एक बहुत ही छोटा हो जाए। Next is use simple short sentences to grab the attention of the reader. अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि बच्चे चाहते हैं कि वो अच्छे मार्क्स लें, तो वो वही सेंटेंसेस याद कर लेते हैं जो कि बुक्स में लिखे होते हैं और वो उनके लिए काफ़ी मुश्किल होते हैं। तो उसमें से कुछ सेंटेंस की मिस्टेक हो जाती है, कुछ टेंस की मिस्टेक हो जाती है, समवेयर यू राइट डाउन दी रॉन्ग स्पेलिंग्स। So try to use short and simple sentences so that every reader can read whatever you are trying to communicate to them. Always look for connectivity within paragraphs. आपने हमेशा ये बात देखनी होती है कि एक पैराग्राफ दूसरे पैराग्राफ से बिल्कुल ही डिफरेंट ना हो, यानी जो डिटेल्स आप देने लगे हैं वो डिटेल्स जो हैं वो 1 2 3 4 5 के साथ कनेक्टेड होती जाएं। Length of the paragraph should be almost the same. This is the thing that we have talked about, that one paragraph should not be very long and the other should not be very short. Paragraphs length should be the same. Use transitional phrases. ट्रांजिशनल फ्रेजेस कैसे होती हैं कि एक सिचुएशन दूसरी सिचुएशन में कैसे चेंज होती है, या कभी एक बात हुई थी तो उसके बाद क्या बात हुई। तो हाउ एवर, मोर एवर एंड इन एडिशन टू आर ऑल दीज ट्रांजिशनल फ्रेजेस। नेक्स्ट इज पैराग्राफ हुक्स। आपने पैराग्राफ को दूसरे पैराग्राफ से जोड़ना है तो उसको हुक लगाना बहुत ज़रूरी है। सो हुक्स आर बेसिकली कंजंक्टिव वर्ड्स एंड दिस कैन बी सो, बट, फॉर, देयरफॉर, एंड और एट्सेट्रा। डिफेंड योर स्टांस। आपने जो भी बात कही है आपने उसको डिफेंड करना है। यू हैव टू गिव योर पर्सनल आइडिया, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू जनरलाइज दिस इन दी एंड, यू आर ट्राइंग टू गिव योर पर्सनल idea or your judgment about the essay or the story or the article that you have written. Avoid repetitions. Sometimes it happens that you forget something, you think that the teacher will not read the paragraphs and you try to copy the paragraph once again and you think that this will grow the length of the paragraph. So don't think about this thing, that this thing will not work in the future. You have to avoid the repetitions. एक पैराग्राफ में एक आपने आइडिया डिफ़ाइन कर दिया है, अब नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ में आप दूसरा आइडिया डिफ़ाइन करें और उसी को जो है वो सपोर्ट करें। कंक्लूडिंग पैराग्राफ इज़ अ मस्ट, यानी आप कोई भी चीज़ कंक्लूड किए बगैर नहीं छोड़ सकते। सो इन द लास्ट पैराग्राफ यू मस्ट राइट दैट इन कंक्लूजन आई हैव टू से दैट आई हैव फेल्ट अबाउट दिस सर्टन टॉपिक लाइक दिस और दिस और दिस। So these are the details that you have to go through, and if you go through all these details, your paragraphs, your essays, your stories, or maybe your articles will be of the best quality. So thank you so much for watching, and inshallah we will meet again. Allah Hafiz.